I just got done with my first cardiac rehab, and I haven't talked too much about it because, I don't know, it's kind of a, it's like not something that people might want to hear unless you've had cardiac issues yourself and you're of my age and everything, then it's not really interesting, so I post other things. But I wanted to, something that I've been thinking about a lot, and that is on my way to cardiac rehab, and oftentimes during the week after the double bypass surgery, I pass two very important buildings, on a weekly basis. And I just passed them coming back from the cardiac rehab. And those are the two hotels, the round circular hotels, right by the main mall. And if you know where that is, then you'll know that what I'm talking about. These are the two hotel buildings that Elvis Presley was supposed to arrive at and stay at before traveling to Augusta to his concert on August 17th, 1977. But Elvis died on August 16th, 1977 on the toilet of heart problems and other complications. And I thought about that a lot because Elvis was sort of insulated from the rest of the world. I guess you could say that he kind of had a little bit of the toxic masculinity in him. I don't think he was quite like that, but I think he just kind of, was in that type of situation, surrounded by the Memphis Mafia guys. I think the only person that Elvis could really talk to might have been Uri Geller, who was just kind of like a spiritual kind of guy, and he said he could bend spoons. I think that's the same guy who went on TV shows saying he could bend spoons with his mind. But I think that was the only person. He was very sensitive, and that was the only person Elvis, I think, could talk to. And maybe various girlfriends here and there. But otherwise, he kept everything bottled up, And I think because of his opiate addiction and, amphetamines and speed and uppers and downers and everything else, it caused problems with his stomach, which it does. He caused constipation. And I think he knew that he was having heart problems because as someone who has had heart problems and that knew that he was about to have a heart attack, I can tell you fucking know when that shit's going down, okay? And even though Elvis probably never had a heart attack before that, heart problems, I'm sure his doctors, in between prescribing him gobs of, pills that he shouldn't have really been taking, said, hey, you have this problem or that problem. Or maybe not. Maybe it was like a toxic situation like, how politicians and some, multi-billionaires act where they have like advice, but they don't listen to it because they think that they're the only advice that they need. That may have happened to him. But I think, if you look at the last concerts, especially when he does the, I think it's the trilogy, the Righteous Brothers thing, oh my, whatever that song is, I don't know. But it's like, you could tell that it's like he knew that he was going to die. And before this procedure, I was really concerned that I was going to die. I was afraid to go to sleep at night. The night before the surgery, I was up all night, and that's, one of the things that I haven't done since maybe high school when I was like eating acid or something. But I was up all night because I was concerned that I was going to die. And to be honest with you, even going to the bathroom, I'm afraid that if I push too hard, I'm going to fucking pull an Elvis, and not like, in a good way. So it was a concern of mine. But every time I pass those buildings, I think of that, and I think of the people who are like, don't worry about it, it's okay, just a little gas, get yourself checked out because, I'm here and Elvis is dead, and maybe Elvis would have been alive by now, but I don't think so. He would have been, Bill Wyman's alive, and he's about what Elvis was, 1935, January 8th, he might have been alive, but the fact is that he ignored the signs, and he didn't want to take care of things, and taking care of business was what he supposedly was all about, but he didn't take care of his own business, and that's an issue, so go get yourself checked out. If you have any kind of pain, don't think you're being a tough guy by going to have it checked out, because you're gonna die, and being a tough guy who's dead, it's not tough. Okay, so definitely get it checked out. But I think Elvis knew what was happening, and maybe part of the problem is that if I go and check myself into a hospital or get treatment, I have all these concert dates coming up, including Augusta, Maine, which is where he was supposed to be the next day, and I got Colonel Parker on my ass, and and then also, how would that disrupt his drug intake? They'd have to go through detox, I don't know, but maybe at the time they'd give him more drugs because it was the 70s. But the thing is that he might have still been with us. All that bloating and stuff, the fat Elvis thing, it was all due to complications from maybe edema or something. I'm not a doctor. I don't play one on TV either, but all that swelling and stuff, they always check my ankles, since the procedure. They're like, how's your ankles? Are they swollen? I'm like, no, I'm not, pregnant lady in the 1940s. I don't know. But all that was due to health problems, and it got ignored and ignored and ignored until Elvis Aaron Presley died on August 16th, 1977, on the fucking toilet, trying to take a shit. Because the opioids cause constipation, he pushed too hard, and that was the last time that he pushed. Okay? So get yourself checked out so you don't end up with your pants around your ankles on the bathroom floor, dead. That's all.